Hello. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about this beautiful creature man-o-war. So if you're ready to get started, let's get to the video. The Portuguese man-o-war may resemble a bloated jellyfish, but it is actually a siphonophore, an odd species of animal that lives in colonies of dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of genetically identical individuals. A fertilized egg is the precursor to a siphonophore. However, as it grows, it begins to bubble into various species and structures. These small creatures, known as polyps or zooids, can't survive on their own, so they combine into a mass of tentacles. To travel and catch food, for example, they must work together as a team. Although the zooids in a man-o-war are essentially clones, they come in various sizes and have various functions. Long hunting tentacles known as dactylozooids are made to trap animals, smaller tentacles known as gastrozooids are used to digest food, and dangling creatures known as gonozooids are used to promote reproduction. Every man-o-war also possesses a pneumatophore, or float, which is an enlarging, bag-like polyp that stands on top of the colony and functions as a massive gas bladder. It gives the man-o-war some buoyancy control and can expand or contract at will. The colony can use breezes to move around thanks to an enlarged float. Even though the man-o-war may not be a jellyfish, it does share one characteristic with them: terrible stings. Man-o-war kill their meal, which is typically small fish and plankton, by injecting venom into their prey, the dactylozooids, which are covered with nematocysts. Although the stings hurt, they are rarely lethal to people. Being engulfed in them can make you appear whiplashed because their tentacles can extend up to 165 feet, 50 meters. And even if the creature's other parts are dead, the tentacles can still sting. The best way to treat the stings has been hotly debated, but according to a 2017 study published in the journal Toxins, after removing the tentacles, vinegar should be used to wash away any remaining nematocysts. After that, the affected area should soak in hot water, ideally 113 degrees Fahrenheit, 45 degrees Celsius, for about 45 minutes. The researchers also point out that the frequently advised practice of rinsing with seawater spread stinging capsules over more area and made stings much worse. When a tentacle separates from the colony, it may wash ashore or float aimlessly for days until it disintegrates. Beware, even a tentacle that has been severed might sting you. Although it's translucent, the float is usually tinted with blue, pink, and/or purple hues. Beaches along the American Gulf Coast raise purple flags in order to let visitors know when groups of man-o-war, or other potentially deadly sea creatures, are at large. Each colony of the man-o-war can be categorized as male or female because its gonozooids have sacs that contain either ovaries or testes. Although marine biologists are unsure of the exact process by which the man-o-war reproduces, one idea suggests that the gonozooids release eggs and sperm into the open ocean, where they are fertilized when they come into contact with eggs or sperm from other man-of-war colonies that are also floating in the water. Numerous species of coral, fan worms, sea anemones, and jellyfish also reproduce using this broadcast spawning technique. One of the rare soft-bodied predators of the man-o-war, the highly poisonous sea slug known as the blue sea dragon, makes extensive use of these stinging cells in the tentacles to protect itself from venom. They can therefore come as an extremely painful surprise to anyone picking them up by hand and are roughly as painful and hazardous as the man-o-war itself. Those who are familiar with the sea would always try to maintain a safe distance from this dangerous animal. A deadly sting from the Portuguese man-o-war can instantly kill its prey. Such stings also cause severe suffering in humans. The creature's dactylozooids are covered in nematocysts that contain deadly poison. The poison can be injected into the prey while the tentacles are holding it. Portuguese man-o-war stings on humans result in painful lacerations that resemble whip marks on the skin. When venom enters lymph nodes, it triggers a mild to severe allergic reaction that can result in fever, shock, and, in severe cases, even death. Although the dactylozooids are generally 30 feet long, specimens have been found where the dactylozooids grow even longer. The longest man-o-war tentacles ever recorded was 165 feet long. Interestingly, the entire Portuguese man-o-war is not needed to deliver its venom, only its tentacles will do. As mentioned previously, this creature is composed of 4 zooids. If the dactylozooids detach from the creature, it can survive for some days in isolation. During this time, the detached tentacles can sting anyone approaching them and deliver the venom. It is not unusual to see hundreds to thousands of these creatures floating on the sea. Hence, entire beaches are often shut down when one such creature lands on the beach, as the possibility of more of them drifting nearby is quite high. Although the majority of aquatic life prefers to avoid the man-o-war, all humans who are aware of it will avoid it as well. The venom-bearing tentacles of the Portuguese man-o-war provide shelter from danger for such organisms as the little Nomius gronovi or man-o-war fish. These fish are resistant to the creature's venom. The fish then assist the man-o-war in luring additional fish to serve as its food. The fish is more immune to the man-o-war's toxin because it has an antigen for it, but it can still be stung by the creature's huge tentacles, dactylozooids, which it avoids. The fish is said to routinely nibble on the smaller gonozooids because they don't appear to sting the fish. But now, if you don't want to miss something, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.